So, boxing pound for pound #1 Terence "Bud" Crawford had an exchange with one of the best fighters on the come-up, Jaron Ennis, who is the IBF mandatory. He's a contender at the moment in time at the welterweight division, the same division Crawford campaigns in. Crawford and Jaron Ennis had an exchange on $1 million worth of game over fighting each other, or trying to fight each other. Check it out.
Sleep. Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams,
don't
man.
Don't fight. Yo, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo. Plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man, you already
you
know.
Fronting.
You know what's
you
up.
Fronting now. Don't front for Gilly now.
No fronting. No
front.
Right. Keep it a being though. We know we asked for that fight plenty of times.
When? That's what I'm saying. When? You keep saying keep it a buck. I'm saying when.
Plenty of
now you saying one thing and your dad saying another. So when?
What you mean?
You saying one thing and your dad saying another thing. So what is what?
We asked for that fight. I've been asking for that fight since 2018. What are you talking about? Since I was a baby.
You been asking to fight me since 2018.
All the top guys. Man.
Cut it. You believe that? You a fool. You believe that? You a fool. He's drunk. He's sleepy.
Now, this was another one. Another great interview on $1 million worth of game. So I'm going to leave a link for the full episode in the description box below. Make sure you guys check it out. Nevertheless, the welterweight division at the moment in time, it's looking like the lightweight division. These are the two deepest divisions in boxing. Currently at 135, we have the three kings: Devin Haney, Gervonta, and Shakur. Likewise, at 147, we have Crawford, Errol Spence, and Jaron Ennis. These are boxing Michael Jordan's, Kobe, and LeBron. We can't wait for them to mix it up. We already have something scheduled between Crawford and Errol Spence on July 29th, the fight of the decade itself. And the winner of that, after the rematch this year, in 2024 could end up possibly fighting Jaron Ennis or Jermell Charlo for undisputed at 154, which that's going to end up becoming back-to-back undisputed. Nevertheless, when it comes to Crawford and Jaron Ennis exchange, I do recall the fight was on the table at one point for Jaron Ennis. However, it was on a different network, BLK Prime, instead of Showtime. Now, the fight didn't materialize because Showtime wasn't willing to make the fight, nor Jaron Ennis was willing to leave Showtime in order to make the fight and do a one-off, which is the same thing Fulton did in order to fight Inoue. He had to leave Showtime in order to fight Inoue on ESPN. But the major difference, BLK Prime is not a major network like ESPN. We actually caught up with Showtime Boxing president Steven Espinoza, where we asked him about this fight, and he responded with, "Crawford is not signed to BLK Prime, so why do we need BLK Prime in the picture in order to make this fight? We can make this fight on Showtime without BLK Prime. That's the only way the fight is going to happen." Here is exactly what Showtime Boxing president Steven Espinoza had to say. Check it out.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. Jaron Ennis' father said that BLK Prime contacted them to make a Crawford fight. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, there was a conversation. I mean, they contacted me as well. But the reality is, they didn't have Crawford under contract. So the reality, you know, what do they bring to the table? That would be like you calling me saying you wanted to make a Crawford fight. It's like, okay, what do I need you for? I can talk to Crawford directly. So the reality is, you know, we're a team. You know, we've supported Boots and Bosey from the very start. You know, they want to, you know, fight Spence. They want to fight Thurman. They want to fight Crawford. They'll fight anybody. You know, it isn't, you know, it's sort of difficult getting over the hump to get to that title shot. He's going to get it. You know, we're doing everything we can to help deliver it. It just, you know, didn't make a lot of sense to involve, you know, BLK Prime when, you know, they didn't really have anything that they brought to the table.
So, with that said, if Crawford and Errol Spence fight can't happen, is it possible we still can see a Jaron Ennis versus Crawford on Black Prime, kind of like Fulton versus Inoue on ESPN?
I mean, again, there'd have to be a reason to involve Black Prime. you know, if Crawford, you know, comes to us and we'll make a deal directly, you know, for Charlo, for Ennis, for anybody, you know, there's no reason to involve anybody else. If he comes to us and says, look, I want to, you know, I'm partnered with BLK Prime, then great. Then at that point, you know, then if we want to do business with him, we'll do that. But again, we're just not throwing people into the deal just because they happen to, you know, call us with an idea.
Now, my only rebuttal to that is that Showtime wasn't going to offer that type of money for Crawford to fight Jaron Ennis, while BLK Prime was willing to offer and gamble with $20 million in order to make that fight. So essentially, the incentive is the money. That's the incentive. Crawford was going to make probably around $15 million, while Jaron Ennis was going to make probably around $5 million. The incentive was the money to make the fight happen on BLK Prime. However, the business didn't allow it to happen. Therefore, I don't think it's Jaron Ennis nor Crawford's fault that the fight didn't materialize. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.